class popularity percentage. Well, the volume is really loud. We'll have to turn that down once we get... Let's see if we can go back. See if there's a volume control around. Yeah, there. Wallpapers? Wow, they did a good job on this. They did a really good job on this English patch. Hey, Sam. You thought I did what? You thought I said something the other day? What do you mean? I'm just trying Lost Ark out really quick before, because it is going to come to the North American launch is just a few days away. And no, I really didn't have a lot of interest in it, Sam. What made me interested in it a little bit more was just that I was watching a few videos on it. And I think what really made me... Here, let me go back. What made me a little bit more interested in Lost Ark was... I just don't like click-to-move games, to be honest. But what made me more interested was that somebody said it has all of the things that you would expect in an MMORPG, which I was like, I'm still kind of like, you know, and I love MMOs, obviously, so I'm still a little bit skeptical. So the fact that it's so popular, this game is hugely popular. Like, it's hugely popular. It's in almost every region it's been in, it's very popular. And like Asmongold was saying, it's one of the few MMOs that's actually grown in size since its release. Most MMOs don't go up in popularity. And you know, they usually go, they usually lose popularity. You lose players, but not Lost Ark. It's actually gained players. And there's a lot of big streamers out there that are really love this game. So what I thought about, Sam, is I thought about some of the games that I've played that are click-to-move. I thought about League of Legends, and I actually like League of Legends. It's not my favorite game. It's too toxic. I found League of Legends to be a very toxic community. Same thing with, and I expect this game will probably be a very toxic community in the higher echelons of parsing data and everybody trying to be like eking out the most damage and flexing their EP and saying, look at how good I am. So I do expect this game to be fairly toxic, but you know, I want to try it out. You know, it's a game. You know, the idea of playing a click-to-move game isn't something I'm excited about, to gotta be honest with you. But I watched a video on just some of the different animations of the different characters here. And, you know, it was pretty cool going through and, you know, for example, like here's a War Dancer class. And it's just very... I don't know why he would want his loot stuff to appear right here in the middle of the screen. That seems like it's really annoying, but it's just very AoE based. Like, you know, the mobs, there's no difficulty in grinding mobs, I don't think. This is just one of those games where it all centers around executing your skills and rotations properly and timing abilities and lining things up correctly. You know, whatever your ultimates, whatever special skills you have, and you're just trying to push as much damage as you can to play your character at the highest level you can, so that when you're doing PvE content and dungeons and raids or whatever, that you're doing the best job you can. That's not that far from certain, you know, from MMOs either. I mean, certain MMOs like World of Warcraft, you're basically trying to do the same thing. So, you know, I mean, like I said, it's one of those things. We don't have a lot of games right now to play, you know. There aren't a lot of great games out there. What's up, Saj? Just play. I don't know what a ROM is, Sam. Is that a character or is that a different game? But we don't have a lot of games to play, so even though I don't like the idea of playing a click-to-move game, even though I don't like isometric games, I have to at least try the game out. Because who knows, maybe I will like it. I mean, I can sit here and say, if I'm blue in the face, it looks like, you know, it's not the type of game I normally would like, which is 100% true, but we'll give it a go, you know? I'm gonna try this out, Saj. This is not early access. Just so you guys know, this is the Russian client. So I'm actually playing the Russian version. You can get early access. I don't remember exactly when the early access starts. I know it's a 3-day head start. And here, I think the launch is the 11th, so early access might be the 8th of this month, right? Let's see, Lost Ark and a release date. All right, so February 11th. So if you get the early access, it's 3 days early. So it should be February 8th, which, as you can see, is 4 days from today. Okay. Now, are you? It's all random, all mid-game mode of League of Legends. Okay. Gunslinger. Boy, the auto in this client is so loud, and I've been turning it down, but it doesn't seem that it's really making a difference. Ooh, I don't know. That looks pretty cool. It's just like that's beautiful. But just the air juggling. So I think the biggest reason this game's popular is, Paladin. I don't know. I have no idea. I think the biggest reason this game is popular is because the combat animations are really cool looking, and the sound effects are really cool looking, and the impact of your abilities is really good. And it's just a really clear example of how far you can go in a video game when you have those things, you know. And I think one of the most common things in MMOs is the lack of the feeling of impact. You know, I can name off games like Final Fantasy, Guild Wars 2, although Guild Wars 2 is not as bad as some others. Final Fantasy, Guild Wars 2, games like Revelation Online, games like, what are some other ones? Even Elder Scrolls Online, that don't have the best impact, like when you hit things. But when you look at this game, it really feels like, because of the sound effects, and it feels like there's really good impact. But let me look at the preview. I'm not gonna lie, it's just really, really cool looking, you know, stuff. Paladin? No, where is Paladin? Fighter, female? Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know why it's locked. Is Paladin down here somewhere? I mean, you know, this is the first time I've ever even, you know, launched this game, so. Now. Scouter. Well, and when I was watching, I actually watched a video on a tier list for Lost Ark, and they said that that this class here, the Reaper, this one here, the Reaper is the squishiest class. And actually, here's something I pulled off a video earlier today on Lost Ark, and this is like kind of gives you an idea of. He kept calling it the coefficient, but really, what the coefficient is, it's a terrible name. Why not just call it like survivability or something? But the coefficient really is just how does your class rank as far as survivability, based on stamina, which obviously is going to be your health, and your defensive abilities. And you can see that the Reaper, which is actually just above the Bard, but the Bard has healing and the Bard has shields. The Reaper doesn't. So the Reaper is by far the squishiest class in the game. And yeah, I don't know why it's locked, Sam. I don't know. If you look, I've been watching several different videos. I know some of the classes aren't going to be out on launch, but I thought that the Paladin would be out on launch, so I'm not sure why it's locked. But this just gives you an idea of which ones are. Gives you an idea of which ones have the, are the hardest to kill. Or they're going to be able to, to tank the most damage. Some of these classes you're going to have to move around, try to avoid damage. The Reaper is the class where you're probably going to be moving around to avoid damage the most. So of course, its difficulty rating is considered to be very high. Now, this is like a lot of MMOs or a lot of other games where they give you the stars, just like Terra used to do this. I think even Alien did this, and a lot of games. I think I can't remember if Black Desert did. I think it did. But they put this kind of out there to show you, how much mobility does your class have, and how much attack. Attack basically just means how much attack power do you have, how much range do you have, and are you defense? Do you have good defense, and do you have good support capabilities? So if I were to go to, interesting that when I click these things, it's not modifying this down here, which is weird. So let's take a look at this. This guy's video does a pretty good job of kind of rating these classes. I think it was this one. Oh, not this one. I'm sorry. Wrong one. Hold on one second. I have a lot of tabs open right now. Okay, so this is a Lost Ark tier list that was put out just about, 20 days ago. And
video, so here it is. Starting off with the...
So he's going to start with his tier list. He's going to talk about the Bard and the Paladin, the Holy Paladin, which are both considered support characters. You think you're a fan of the Summoner? Richard going Sorg? So he says, the Bard, and he's putting them into their own category in the tier list, but basically meaning they're basically S tier, meaning that if you play a Bard or a Holy Paladin, which are the two support classes in the game, that everybody's going to want you in their group. So you don't really have to worry about, are you a good class or not? I mean, you're going to be everybody's best friend. Everybody's going to be like, I love you, please be in my group, okay?
The supports, I'm going to put Bard and Paladin, and of course, obviously, the new Artist class, straight into their own section. These are S tier classes throughout all content, and absolutely fantastic. If you fancy playing one of these, please...
You're going Holy Knight.
Build.
I knew you would, Paladin Saj.
And you're going to want them in every party for the endgame content. Starting the DPS classes, we have the Gunlancer. This is S or even S plus tier, and the tankiest class in the game. The Gunlancer offers a unique playstyle because it can literally ignore so many of the boss's endgame mechanics by putting its shield up and just tanking it, as well as having a taunt which can stop certain boss mechanics and also open up burst windows. On top of this, it offers a party cleanse, a party shield, and having a warlord plus a...
So yeah, he's going to go through the tiers. So if we jump down to the end, this is the final tier list that this guy came up with. And basically kind of one thing you notice on this tier list is this isn't like your typical MMO tier list. I mean, most of these classes are B or above, so we don't see any classes that are getting shit on, so to speak. They're all going to be decent. Excuse me. The ones that are in the S tier are these classes that tend to have a lot of defense, like the Berserker, I think the Lance Master, and I believe the War Dancer is decent. They have really good defense, but they do a lot of damage. And he's also rating these based on like how, because each class apparently, and I don't know, I'm very new to this game, but each class has buffs and debuffs, or like buffs they can offer to the party. So having them in the party might increase your critical strike chance, or might, I don't know, increase your spell power, whatever, something like that. And then you look at the A tier. The one of the classes that looked to me was the Shadowhunter. I thought the Shadowhunter looked really cool. Like the animations and stuff were really neat. But I've watched a couple videos and it doesn't sound like they're maybe the best class, but they just look cool. The other class I thought was really neat was the Sorceress. I thought the Sorceress looked really neat as far as like the sound effects, the audio of the Sorcerer. And let me see if I can pull up that video. I wanted to show you the Sorcerer. I really like the way it sounded, like her abilities. I love that echo, that reverb. Hey, what's up, Sterling? The sound was really neat. Her sounds are really cool. I love her spell animations, but I love the reverb and the sound. I mean, she kind of evokes that whole like fantasy RPG, like, like she's chanting like magical, powerful words of magic to cast her spell. So I don't like how this shit keeps scrolling up in the middle of the screen, and I hope you can please, my God, let me move that around. I don't want loot popping up in the middle of the screen. That would be really stupid. Huge meteorite that she drops. And in watching another video earlier, the guy that I was watching, and I think it was Sivo, was basically saying that there's so many classes. There's a lot of classes. There's like 15 or 17 different classes. He was saying that you're going to fall in love with more than one. So don't be surprised if you don't end up playing like if you don't end up maining like 3 or 4 different classes. So anyways, I thought the Sorceress looked kind of neat. This was a cool video done by Hi, I'm Fox. So it's basically all 15 North American EU release classes gameplay. So it gives you kind of just you kind of can see what they look like when they're in combat. And so I thought this one looked really cool. The other one that I kind of liked, I don't know if it's on here though, because he doesn't. I don't think he has all 15 here. Yeah. Oh, here's Shadowhunter. I thought the Shadowhunter was kind of neat looking. This one. He got knocked on his butt there. It's like Wolverine. I think the Sorceress looks more cool, though. So I think I would find myself getting bored with that one, though. Her abilities looked a little bit repetitive. So the Sorceress was cool. The Bard also I thought looked really cool. I like the Bard. I think the Bard would be neat. And of course, I like support classes too, so. Just hear her playing her harp, you know? Anyway, so you've got, and then we go back to the tier list, and like I said, Bard, Paladin are the support, so they're considered to be just S tier because everybody's going to want you in their party. You got a lot of these, some of these classes, I guess, have back hits, so it reminds me of Terra a little bit. Like you're going to do more damage hitting from behind, similar to, I guess, WoW to some degree. But some of the classes, I've never been big into like shooting classes, like guns and stuff, and you know, so to me, the summer I thought could be cool, but when I watched some of the summer gameplay, I wasn't super impressed. Let's look at the Berserker, because the Berserker is supposed to be like one of the best classes, I think. I don't know if it's just Berserker, because they have subclasses, right? Like, so which one of these would be Berserker? I have no idea. So it's not. I don't think he did them all. It's not Scrap. I don't know if Striker and War Dancer. I think War Dancer is a warrior. Anyways, I don't see Berserker, so let's go back here and Fighter. Okay, Battle Master, and I don't even know what Infighter is. Like I don't know if this is just a translation thing, because remember this is the Russian client, so I'm running with an English patch, so I don't know if the Infighter is just a translation thing. I have no idea. I just love that little animation there. That's so badass. So here's the assassins, and they're really giving the attack and this ratings here. It's basically across all different versions. Unfortunately, they don't update this based on which one you pick. They're all the same. So the classes I'm thinking about playing are the Reaper. The Reaper, because they say the skill cap on the Reaper is super high. And that makes me want to play it. I always don't play classes where they say it's very difficult to play. And then the other one, like I said, I think the Sorceress would be kind of cool. Right here. Oh, wait. So there's Prologue. What? I think I'm gonna go Assassin. I want to see, is there a story though? What's the backstory? I want to see this.
Помни, ты Дерон.
In Russian.
Дитя тьмы. И душой, и телом ты принадлежишь нашему ордену, Авесте. Покуда в каждом Дероне борются два начала, Авеста будет стоять на страже порядка и жестоко карать отступников. Ты видела их своими глазами. Не лги себе, Дерон. Прими свою природу.
Хаос ждет. Просто доверься ему.
Really good.
Одолела своих демонов. Дала бой потаенным страхам.
I wanted to get a screenshot of that.
И выжила.
I could get some really good screenshots from this
Чтобы обрести
cinematic.
новую судьбу. Теперь перед тобой лежит весь мир. Акрасия ждет тебя, сокола Весты. Только помни, хаос внутри никогда не дремлет.
I don't know if they're saying the chaos is within me or the chaos is what I'm going to fight, but either I'm evil or I'm fighting evil. Probably both. We're probably evil and we're fighting evil. How about that? Ooh. Are these presets? What's this? Wow, this is some pretty cool customizations of the eyeball with the color. That's actually quite cool. Actually, I dig that. Ooh, God, that's ugly. That was ugly. I was like, oh man, that was ugly. I like the little smirk she's got going on there. I like the eyebrows on this one. Oh, those lips are too big, guys. That's very Asian. Face is too big. Looks like an alien. Looks like, oh, you know what she looks like here? She looks like Mia Jovovich from like Resident Evil. She kind of looks like Mia. Mia Jovovich. We haven't got. We need one that's edgy. We want a shaved head, but we don't want like a freaking fro on top. I like this one. Hair color. Is there a brightness? What is burglar? Yeah, let's see her shine. Reset face detail settings. Oh man, I could play around with this stuff forever, right? I honestly could, but let's not do that. Let's just go with like the default, because I don't want to muck around with this too much. You guys know me. I'll I'll take forever to do this. What's this eyebrow color? Oh, here. Where's her? I just went to her lips. Yeah. Why is her lip color not working? It's not doing anything. Oh, I think I'm not sure what it's doing. Go hair color. Is there a hair color? Yeah. Ah, brilliant. Brilliant! Wish I could change her lips, but that'll have to do. Attack. Moving pick interaction. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. We're gonna figure it out as we go. Figure it out as we go. I have no idea how to play this game, but can't be that difficult. We already watched. Can I skip? Oh, we already watched this. I didn't know this was going to make us watch it.
Покуда в каждом Дероне борются два начала. Авеста будет стоять на страже порядка и жестоко карать отступников. Ты видела их своими глазами. Не лги себе, Дерон.
Don't lie to yourself, Дерон.
Ждет. Просто доверься ему.
Perfect, though. I actually wanted to get that screenshot of her there, though. I thought that was kind of...
Дала бой потаенным страхам и выжила.
And survived.
Чтобы обрести новую судьбу. Теперь перед тобой лежит весь мир. Акрасия ждет тебя, сокола Весты.
Falcon of Avista.
Только
Just remember the chaos inside him.
хаос внутри никогда не дремлет.
Okay. Okay, what, I guess I don't have any abilities? So right click is like the move. There we go. Where are we going? What are we doing? Alright, this game's awesome. We can't rotate the camera. I have no idea what I'm doing here, guys. Oh, here we go. We're going through the we're like, oh man, we're like going through the bridge. It's the Bifrost. Check out the Bifrost bridge. We're going to visit Thor.
Высший порядок нарушен, и будущее миров окутал туман. Демоны, что пребывали во тьме Фитрании, пробудились. Они несут хаос и погибель. Только одна сила способна их остановить.
Walk up to the book of prophecy and press G to open it. Okay. G, huh? I'm gonna change that keybind if that's what they want to make interact. Okay, now we gotta pick what we're gonna be. We're gonna be a blade, or we're gonna be demonic, or we're gonna be a reaper. We're gonna be a reaper. Now here, this is where we're getting into what I was wishing that we had in the beginning, was it actually shows us the difference. Can we go back? Yeah, see now it's changing the overview here. If you look at the Reaper, the mobility should be really high. It's pretty high, but the DPS is actually really high. And if you look at the Blade, actually the Blade has better mobility. Blade uses 3 swords as weapons. I don't remember the Blade. I don't remember seeing a video of the Blade. Now I'm intrigued by the Blade. I don't think we had a Blade. We had Scrapper, Striker. Oh, here it is. Let's see what this looks like real quick.
Really big hitboxes. Next with Blade, I've been umming and ahhing between A, B, and even S tier with this one, and this simply comes down to the team synergy that it brings is actually really situational. It's just been buffed, which is really nice, and it basically means that head and back attacks take 12% extra damage, and every...
Yeah, I don't like the way it looks. Reaper. God, because here's all the skills. So can you... So left click is just basic attack. Okay. And we've got Night Haze is a chain. Reaper summons a Shadow Essence for 6 seconds. Or throws the summon blades in the selected direction. Okay. This is going to be so hard for me. I don't know if I could ever play a game like this because it's just... It's click to move, man. Honestly, I don't... You know... I mean, it all looks cool and stuff, but you're just clicking buttons. I mean, you're just like clicking to move, man. I would think if you were really adverse to click to move games like I am, I think you're probably a lot better off playing like a ranged caster, you know, because it's more like you're not really predicated on mobility and movement, you know, because movement feels so weird, you know. Let's see if I'm moving to one direction, if I can just... Yeah, that works. So you can actually move one direction and be moving that direction. Here, watch this. And then just left click, because that's your attack, and then, you know, hit some abilities. So I could, like, move this way, click here, E. Move this way, click here, S. How do people play these games? It's so jarringly uncomfortable to not just be able to move normally. You know what I mean? To not be able to move like normally. I don't know how people play click-to-move games. Like, I understand it in a game like League of Legends because you have very few abilities, but here you've actually got quite a few. Here, let's spawn a boss. Oh, snap. Oh my god. So awkward. Oh no! What is he doing? What is he doing to me? But then, like, now, like, when he's in the bottom left corner of the screen, it's very awkward because this thing's in the way. Oh, yeah. Oh, Yaman! Sounds like she's saying Yaman. Yaman! Oh, yeah. Wow. It'd take me a long time to get really used to something like this because it's so far and away. Like, I never play ARPGs, like, ever, and I never play MOBAs. I strictly play either FPS or MMOs. So this is a very unusual, combat system for me to get used to. I'm not saying I can't. I wonder what these little arrows mean. It's a combo, right? Let's see, Reaper kills. Get those monsters coming. Yeah, man. It's so weird. I don't know. Cerulean, how do you do it, man? Cerulean, how do you play a game like this where it's click to move? I mean, ugh. Let's try a different class. Let's try the Sorcerer. Look at her big ears. Nah, this is the Russian client. This is the Russian client, Einbei. I'm really struggling with this whole click to move thing, Einbei. It's really not my cup of tea, so to speak. You know what I mean? Yeah, the early access is 4 days from now. So if you get the early access, you get 3 days head start. And since the game launches on the 11th, I would put it at the 8th, which is 4 days from today. That's why I'm trying this out. I just want to see if I'd like the game, and I don't know, man. It's going to be tough for me to really sink my teeth into this one.
Каждый из них, взрослее, обретает вторую душу.
Try move left and attack right click. I felt like that is more move left and attack right. Well, actually, what I was doing, Mikhail, is I was like right click, because right click moves. So I would like right click away from the target I was going to attack, and then I would go back, left click the target, and then hit whatever skill I wanted to use. Because left click would turn me to face the target, and then I would hit my ability, you know. I don't know if that's a good way to do it, you know. Baldur's Gate. At least Baldur's Gate's turn-based, though, isn't it? Isn't Baldur's Gate more turn-based? Pretty cool artwork, though, in here.
В этой схватке тебе выпал особый жребий. Ты прошла множество испытаний.
I'll run through these cinematics at a later time just to get screenshots of all the artwork, because you know I have a massive library of artwork.
И заслужила высочайшую награду. Даро свою вторую душу. Душу великой Энвиссы.
Yeah, point and click move wise, yeah.
В мире много тьмы, дитя. Но твой свет способен рассеять ее.
Do it the other way around? So you're saying try and move left and attack. Well, how do I attack right click? Because right click isn't attack. I thought right click was move. Oh, you want me to change the keybinds? Is that what you're saying? Try to like change my keybinds so that the left click is move and right click's attack? Oh, so it feels more comfortable. I see what you're saying. You're just saying swap the keys. So it's more normal for me, because normally we're used to right click as attack and left click would be... Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think that, yeah, I understand, because that makes more sense, you know. Let's see. How do I, let's see, I want key bindings. Character info, combat skills, cards, achievements, titles. Doesn't look like maybe I can change it here. I'm not, oh wait, here, game settings. And hotkeys. So we want control. Alright, so where's left click, right click? Oh, it's shift. I don't see left click, right click. Oh, here, move, loot, interact is right. So yeah, that feels really weird. So let's see, we can't change it though. It's locked. We can't change it. So we're stuck with, it's really weird. So their attack is left click, which we're used to playing games like WoW, you know, where right click. Yeah, it's locked though. I can't change it. So you can see it's red, locked. So we're kind of screwed. All right, let's go across the Bifrost Bridge again. Keep going, girl. That just reminds me so much of the Bifrost Bridge. Very cool visuals.
Высший порядок нарушен, и будущее миров окутал туман. Демоны, что пребывали во тьме Фитрании, пробудились.
Yeah, that's the biggest.
Они несут хаос и погибель.
The biggest reason I wanted to jump in here and try this
Только одна сила способна их остановить.
was because I wanted to see like things like that, Mikhail. I just wanted to have an idea of, you know, how it works, like, you know. I mean, oh, I'm not hitting the G key. I was hitting the F key. We'll change that. Okay, let's. Ooh, Bard. What? Sorcerer. I want to try Bard. I want to try. Oh yeah, I changed my mind. Range support. Basic attack. What is C or right mouse click? All right. Okay, let's see if we can change the interact key. I didn't like the fact that like G key was like interact with a book. To me, that's really weird. Say interaction. Let's see if it's locked as well. Crap. So right off the bat, those types of things are really gonna. Yeah, I know Bart is support. I like support. Right off the bat, those types of things piss me off. I don't like stuff that lock. I don't like locks, man. Don't lock out key bindings, right? And I should be able to key bind anything the way I want. So that's. I don't like that. I don't like G key. To me, G is an odd key to use. For me, I always interact usually with the T key, but here they have auto move as T, which is. I'm not sure what that. What is auto move? So I guess auto move is like I just auto move in the direction I'm faced. So I guess it's good to know. We can just hit the T and she's just going to run forward. All right, so we have the harpist. Okay, so that's like right next to me, aiming. That was kind of cool. And then E looks like a ranged ability, so let's... Oh, look at that! She shot out like musical notes that pushed people back. That was kind of cool, actually. Ooh, that didn't really work that time, did it? Yeah, so the ranged casters feel a lot more doable. They don't feel as jarring to me because they're not melee. Okay, so you get some sort of power-up abilities. Reminds me of Neverwinter. I love that little ability. Yeah, this character feels way better. This character is way more... I feel like I have a lot more control, and... I think with the other class, you really need to know the combinations and what the combos are. Oh, yeah. I don't know. That's a good question, Blue. I remember that from Diablo. That would be a neat thing to have. It probably does. Let's take a look. So, like, just a thing that's, like, holds you in place. Let's see. Auto move, awakening skill, dodge, dodge, stand, rise. I'm not sure. I can't read that here. I don't think my translate's going to pick that up, but let me try. Let me try my Russian translate here real quick, guys. I don't know if it'll pick that Russian up. Let's see. Yeah, it's having a hard time reading it. Wait, maybe. Space. It did read it. Spacebar. So that's spacebar. And HUD. Identity. Not sure what identity 1 and 2 are. They seem to be these power... Here. Missile damage on 1/22 increased by 50%. So is this a buff for my group, maybe? In addition, depending on the number of executed cores, damage of the minstrel and her companions in the radius of 20 meters, or 8, 12, or 16 seconds, increased by 5, 10. Okay, so we're basically doing different things where we can end up tossing this out, which is going to buff my party. And then this is another one. Effectiveness of the skill depends on the number of chords played. And I don't know if this is like aiming salvation. It restores health, so this actually heals people. The Q key is a sound shock. Oh yeah, Blue, I'm sorry, I got distracted. Let's see if they do have a steer the pet. Yeah, I don't see anything here. These are skill keys. Guard? Guild skills. Okay, item. These are item hotkeys. Okay, which is fine, I guess. Battle item. And menu keys, inventory, combat, life skills. Life skills. Votes. Expand minimap, world map. Play instrument. Oh, so we can actually just play our instrument. That's cool. Friend, guild, quest journal. And I guess you can create macros or something? Yeah, I got a lot to learn with this game. I don't see anything blue that looks like that. There's a voyage key. Move ship, rapid sail, anchor mode. That's spacebar again, it looks like. Yeah, spacebar. There's reverse mouse. Swaps to the left and right mouse. Oh, here it is. Here it is, dude. Look, Mikhail, it's right here. We just swapped the mouse. Excellent. Now we can move with left click and attack with right click. So that feels a little more natural. So that should heal me, right? Oh, here, let's get far away. So this should be... Yeah, that's a... See, that's a healing ability. See that heal that I did, like an AoE? I'm not even using the right click. All I'm doing is... I'm just like selecting the enemy and then like hitting the ability, right? So I'm not really using, like, right click is just your auto attack. Oh, I guess you could use that because it's your like auto attack. I don't know what that ability does. I don't know what that ability does. Oh, it says it's on cooldown. It didn't look like it was on cooldown. What was that? Oh, that's the W key. Oh, this is supposed to be your best ability, Dissonance, like for leveling. You like the Scrapper? I like this class. This class is kind of cool. Yeah, the Berserker is like really popular. Like a lot of people really like the Berserker, I think. You like the Scrapper, I'm Bay? Maybe we'll try the Scrapper. I'm having a hard time getting that skill to fire for some reason. Maybe I have to do... I don't know. It's right click, yeah, I was left clicking. Oh, we can stay in here. So here's our heal. Our little AoE heal, that's pretty cool. I don't know, I like this class a lot. This class is really cool. Okay, let's try a different class. So this one's cool. This one was pretty neat. Oops. And we want to go character select. Tune my heart. Yeah, it did sound a little bit out of tune, didn't it? Yeah, I like the bard though. The bard was pretty cool. You guys know I'm not into big two-hand weapon classes, so you know, my name isn't Asmundouche. The Lance Master is supposed to be a really good class, actually. Is that the Scrapper? I can't tell if that's the Scrapper or not because it says Infighter. Let's see. Berserker, the War Dancer I thought looked kind of cool too. Here's Scrap. Yeah, so that is the Scrapper. I'm Bay. The Scrapper is the Infighter. You want me to try that one then, right? So subclass. It was easy. It was really easy to set up. Just go to Sivo's site and you can watch his video on it. It was actually quite easy. Just go to right here.
Hello guys and welcome back to my channel.
Go to Sivo. This actually, I like this guy Sivo. I've watched a lot of his videos in the past. He's also the same person to help me set up Justice Online, which was actually a lot more difficult to set up than this. But yeah, watch this video. It's 8 minutes 43 seconds long. Now you will have to get exit lag, but I always have exit lag. I always have an active subscription to exit lag because I just play a lot of games that are in because of the private servers I play. A lot of them are different European countries, and so I always have an active exit lag. You download the Russian version? Oh, you found a guide? Yeah, just watch this one. This one's really easy. If you watch Sivo's here, it'll set you up. You'll be good. You basically just have to go out and create like an email. I can't remember the client, but there's like a website here, right here. You go up here and you set up like an email. You go into here and create. I think it's this one. Click this button here, and you'll go and just create up like an email list, and then you'll go through and fill out your email. You can translate this to English. You can see it's got my email right here, hacks@inbox.ru. That's the one I created. And you can go through here, set this up. Now, you can, like I said, you can translate this if you want to English. Where's it? Translates up here somewhere. But basically, you just fill this information out, put in your phone number. But you got to put in your real phone number. What happened to me is when I put in my real phone number, it actually called me. And then it actually asked me to put in the last 5 or 6 digits of the phone number that called me. So I got a phone call, and then I took a picture of that. I had to use some of the digits of that phone number as a passcode. But yeah, it was quite easy to set up. So I do think that for me, because I don't really enjoy click to move games that much. I probably would enjoy ranged classes a little bit more than like a melee class. But who knows? Maybe not, right? We'll try the Scrapper class, because it does look pretty cool. Yeah, I like Sivo's site because I've set up some other games with his advice, and his guides always work. So he's also played Lost Ark for like a couple years now, and he's played the game a ton. He's going to be playing North American, of course, as well. So, but yeah, whatever guide you find. What is with this hair? Look at this hair. Oh god. What is this, Unreal Engine 3? It looks like an Unreal Engine 3 client. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Alright, whatever. It doesn't matter. We don't care what she looks like because we're just testing this stuff out. What's the 3? Berserker? I could tell you the 3. I guarantee you that, like, when you're looking at what we see, this guy's video was on the tier list is pretty, but I think you're going to see a ton of Berserkers, a lot of Berserkers. You're also going to see Destroyers. So I guarantee you Destroyer and Berserker, because of their ability to AoE, but Berserker and Destroyer, you're going to see a ton of those guys. As far as after that, I don't really know. I mean, I would imagine maybe, I mean, you're going to see Bard and Paladin just because support's really needed. You'll probably see some, I would imagine Summoner, Summoner, maybe Deathblade, some of these, but I don't really know. But definitely Berserker and Destroyer, you're going to see a ton of. So. I don't. Okay, so.
Школы Аньшу всегда соперничали между собой. Но их бойцы свято чтили
These classes here, right here, are coming on launch.
Однако мечта стать
The classes that are coming after launch are Reaper, Scouter, Arcana, Summoner, Lancemaster, and Destroyer. So Destroyer probably will not be on launch. So many Paladins incoming. Yeah, it does. That's true. It shows you the split, which is really cool, Einbei. I don't know, man. I'm just going off what's in the video I saw. What they said was going to be out there, so I don't know. It could be wrong.
Поддавшись чарам принцессы суккубов, Хадон, боец алой хризантемы, подверг опасности весь Аньшу. Тогда вступить в бой пришлось тебе, лучшей ученице школы Лотоса. Твоя стойкость и бесстрашие поразили самого хранителя Рунаана. Ты станешь новым посредником цветок Лотоса.
Man, I would not want to fall on those horns.
Послом между небом и землей. Щитом между двух миров. Ты нужна Акрасии.
Я ждала тебя. Твое появление предсказано в книге пророчеств.
It's quite a bit different than the other one. Okay, no, I guess it was the same.
Это Тризион, граница миров, призма всего сущего.
I probably wouldn't want to fall on any. I'm just saying those look particularly deadly. Maybe think of that TV show, Blue, the Hannibal. Have you ever seen Hannibal, the TV show? It's a fantastic show, by the way. Alright, so we got left click to move. I flip the left and right mouse buttons. And we're going to go across the Bifrost Bridge. We're going to go hang out with Thor. Well, they certainly do a good job of letting you try out the different classes, so you can kind of figure out what you want. I hope that we can delete them just as easily as we can create them.
Они несут хаос и погибель. Только одна сила способна их остановить.
Alright, I got it. Thank you, Mikhail. Hey, Sosa. Yeah, this is the Russian client. I wanted to I mean, I like I said, I'm not a big fan of click to move at all, and I'm not a fan of isometric games. I'd be a lot less. I mean, if this, just imagine if this game was third person, like World of Warcraft, you know, and it wasn't isometric. Imagine how amazing this game would be. Of course, they couldn't do it that way because graphically it would just be too difficult, you know. But I'm gonna sneeze. I did sneeze, but thankfully for you guys, I muted the mic. All right, we're gonna do Infighter, which is the scrapper. All right. Let's this time let's do something different. Let's actually read the tooltips and see if we can figure out these classes. I kind of wanted to see if there was combos, but let's just take a look. This thing does mean combo. These little arrows here on the tooltip. So we got Q is a normal. It says energy cost. The Infighter quickly rushes in to afflict 73. Let's see if we can use these abilities without anybody in the game. Okay, and then it says key and shock energies. The indicators of your chi energy and impact force are interrelated. During the use of one of the indicators, the second is restored. So that's interesting. It looks like we kind of are going to play a game of tag, I guess, or balancing these energies back and forth, because we have yellow skills and green ones. So I'm assuming that when I use the green, the yellow charges. When I use the yellow, the green charges. Yeah, see how when I use the yellow, the green went up? So if I use yellow, 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 then use a green, the yellow goes back up. So, but it seems like I'm not really having an issue with the charging, though. Interesting. Scrapper's very strong. Yeah, first time I've ever played. Infighter's pretty simple melee. Lancemaster. I heard the Lancemaster, like when I was looking at the tier list. Let's see. I've got a lot of stuff open, obviously. This guy's tier list, he claimed that the EU North American launch list, this is the list for the North American launch, is what this guy's YouTube video says, from January 12th. He's claiming that after the launch at some point we'll get the Reaper, the Scouter, and the Arcana, and the Summoner, and the Lancemaster, and the Destroyer. So the Lancemaster apparently won't be in the game on launch, but he does have when we go to the final list, his final tier list, he's got the Lancemaster in the S tier, along with the Gunlancer, the War Dancer, the Berserker, the Gunslinger. But, you know, really, what it looks like to me, and I said it earlier, is that, you know, this isn't like World of Warcraft. This isn't like, you know, Elder Scrolls Online. These classes are fairly well balanced. I mean, there's going to be some classes that shine more than others, but it seems to me that most of the classes are pretty good, you know. Good class mechanic and abilities. But I'm actually going to read the tooltips so I actually see if I understand what I'm doing. So, here you guys can get a look at what she looks like. Got some weird, crazy looking hands. Now, the character models aren't the best because I think it's Unreal Engine. I believe it's Unreal Engine 3. It certainly looks like Unreal Engine 3. But the Q ability, quickly rush forward and inflict damage, then smash the ground to do more damage. It says Destruction Level 1, which I guess is the berated power of the ability. Impairment 1, I'm not sure what that means. Attack type from the back. Super armor, stagger, immunity. I'm assuming that while you're executing this ability, you have stagger immunity, and that's what that means. Attack type from the back. I don't know if that means you do more damage from the back. I have no idea. The next skill, W, is called Sundering Strikes. Energy cost. Fires up to 3 shockwaves to inflict damage. It says attack type from the back again, so I'm not sure what that means. If it means we're going to do more damage from the back. And it does say it's a combo, but I don't know what it combos with. Let's try Q. Combo skills are marked. Hold down the key or press it several times. Okay. So that told me what I wanted to know. The tutorial so far is pretty cool. Okay, alright. Didn't feel that was kind of underwhelming. The Infighter hits the ground with a glove twice. This feels like the Terra class. The Terra class with the fists. I can't remember what it was called. It wasn't the Gunner. But the Terra class with the big, huge fist is what this kind of feels like. Alright, Q, W, 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 E. Okay, yeah. And R jumps into the air, punches downward. Okay, no big deal there. Waves the gauntlet, creating an energy wave that inflicts damage. Kind of weird. Consumes all spirit energy, so it's going to consume this whole bar. And the more energy you have, the more damage it does. Obviously, it knocks enemies up into the air. I wonder if we can juggle in this game. In there. I'm just trying to charge up my spirit. Let's see. Feel like it was strong after recharging. Press and hold the button. Okay. Oh, the down arrow means you want to hold the button down. Well, that was weird. I thought that was a double. It didn't feel like it was doing multiple attacks there. Yeah, I wanted to see if I could juggle. So far, it doesn't look like I can juggle Line Bay. Honestly, this class doesn't feel that good to me. It does feel real good to play. For me, so far, it doesn't feel real good to play, but I think the biggest reason is because this is a click-to-move game. So I actually enjoyed the... So far, the Bard has... I mean, of course, it's going to vary per person, too. You know? It feels okay. I mean, it seems like your abilities are pretty short cooldowns. That ability does do pretty good damage. It's in some class, and then the sharpshooter one. Yeah, this one, I mean, this one seems okay, but I can tell right away it's not a class I would play, so. That's not a class I probably would play. Is there... how do I do... I ended the preview. Let me go back to the character select. Yeah, I think there's a lot of classes. I mean, so far the Bard I like the best. Which doesn't surprise me because in MMOs I tend to lean towards either a tank or a support. If I do DPS... I actually lately, as you guys know, when I do DPS, I typically do melee. And in a game like this where I'm clicking to move, it feels kind of jarring to do melee, just because it's kind of, I don't know, it feels weird. Let me see. After we did that, I wanted to see if I could delete some of these characters. I just want to see how easy it is to delete. Target is an account rep. It's got a crown on it. Maybe that's... Maybe, like, apparently you have, like, maybe a main character? I don't know. So, I guess your first character you create, you can't delete, I guess. That's what it looks like, which is kind of odd. I'm not really sure why that is. The Gunslinger. Typically, I don't like gun characters in games, but let's give it a go. You can change it on the banner? Okay, I gotcha. You can't. I think that's what Einbei was saying, that there was a button. Oh, I thought I just deleted my character with that name. Yeah, there were some definitely where there were some unlocks that had to be done. So. You said there was a button, customize settings. Oh, choosing path of ascension? Okay, no. Rename? What did let's see, I bet you said you think you can change it on the banner. Oh, what did I do? Holy crap, character cell, what? Yeah, I don't know what this is. Oh, here's the, oh, the banner, you mean the account rep banner. Oh, okay. Can't change on the same day you said. Okay, that's cool, so you can change it, that's cool. Yeah, I see it. Sorry, I was like... I didn't think... When you said banner, I really didn't think you meant actual, like, a banner. Like, but you did. There actually is a banner. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's additional character slots or what.
Центр науки и прогресса.
Post-apocalyptic...
Здесь деньги меняют на знания.
Post-apocalyptic steampunk world? Maybe?
Плоть на железо.
Flesh iron. Crazy looking zombie, weird creatures in these
А тех,
tanks.
кто не готов к переменам.
Vampire. Weird. I don't know what that is.
Просто выбрасывают на обочину жизни.
Talk about getting extra character vouchers? Okay.
Вчерашние друзья.
Yeah, we have
становятся заклятыми врагами.
You've got the Founders Pack, the bronze, the silver, the
Дебаты
gold.
сменяются схватками.
Yeah, so as long as you buy, like, the bronze pack or above,
И
you get
годами
access to the head
длится
start.
борьба
So,
двух сторон.
if there's a platinum pack,
Сила прогресса. Против людской природы.
and the platinum pack
Теперь,
has all this
когда
stuff in
ничто
it.
не держит себя на родине,
The 3-day head start, crystals, all this other crap, you know, resurrection feathers, silver.
настало
Great.
время посмотреть мир. Иди вперед, королева пустошей. Иди и никогда не
Like almost 20.
оглядывайся.
There's always the girl with the wings, the big boots.
Я ждала тебя. Твое появление предсказано в книге пророчеств.
Whoa. That was cool. How when she hit the ground there,
Это Тризион,
that boom,
граница
and
миров,
then the sound of like
призма всего
that was
сущего.
actually really well done. Whoever makes this game, who makes Lost Ark, they definitely know what they're doing with their effects and audio.
Следуй за мной. На свет. —
Yeah, it is. I knew it was Unreal Engine 3. Smilegate, Tripod Studio, Smilegate RPG, yeah, Smilegate Entertainment. They definitely know what they're doing. And we can hit the... What was the key to make me auto run? I can't... Oh, T key.
Высший порядок нарушен, и будущее миров окутал туман.
Yeah, I mean,
Демоны,
the world looks
что
pretty cool.
пребывали во тьме Фитрани,
The cutscenes are really good.
пробудились. Они несут хаос и погибель. Только одна сила способна их остановить.
But the click to move, man, is pretty hard to swallow. And the isometric click to move is a very hard pill for me to swallow. Okay, we have one option. Gunslinger. That's it. We only have one option. Alright, so we've got let's just use the abilities and see what they do. So she actually throws a gun. Oh, explosive. Makes a blow with her pistols, inflicting attack type headshot. Armor stagger immunity. Okay, then we got. Okay. So. Still feel like the Bard's my favorite class. Yeah, the locked, yeah, the heals, I agree with that. I agree with almost everything you said there, Imbe. Oh, fail! No, fail! Yeah, the click to move, like basically the locked camera, the click to move, the heals are stupid. Having some of the keybinds locked, yeah, it's really dumb. Like not being able to, change some of the key bindings is really annoying. Yeah, I would never play this class. I can tell you right now, I would never play this class. Well, it's weird because I'm just shocked and stunned that this game is so popular. I was stunned in the beginning. Like I was like, why is this game so popular? But there's a lot of people that play League of Legends. I think people who come from playing MOBAs like League of Legends will have no problem playing this because they're used to click to move. They're used to having these set keybinds like that, and they're not rebinding stuff the way they want, and stuff like that. They're like, this is just what I've been playing. Only it's cooler because it's an MMO, All right. So what was the other class? So on the Warrior, we have the Berserker, the Destroyer, which I have no desire to play, the Warlord. Alright, well, we gotta try the Holy Knight. We gotta try the Holy Knight, right? What do you mean, Imbe? You mean it's coming because because of the League of Legends players you think will play it, or what do you mean? Oh, you're saying it's coming with the PvP changes? I don't know. I haven't followed Lost Ark at all, so I don't know what the changes are that you're talking about. Was there like, what were the changes? What is with this guy's face? Look at this jabroni. Here we go. Where's the tattoo? Tattoos are very non-realistic. I mean, the scars are very non-realistic. Accessory. Oh God. This just screams I'm a douchebag. Oh my God. No, we're gonna put a sticker on his face. Let's put a pumpkin on my face. Oh. Les douche. They had no new game releases, even worse than... I mean, I think I could probably enjoy the game. I think so far I feel like if I played the Bard in a group context, and if I played a support class in this game, I probably would enjoy it. Hey, Tony, how's it going? If you don't have a problem with click to move and you don't have a problem with the isometric view, then you'll probably like this game a lot. But...
Долгие века спустя демоны вновь проникли в Шувьорд. Тогда жрецы Сириона получили знак. Они услышали твое имя. И тот, кто был лишь рабом с Красной ареной, стал единственной надеждой Севера. Тебе пришлось сокрушить целое войско нечисти и сразить ужасного Ингемара. Проклятый Сирион! Я провел во льдах вечность, но теперь буду отомщен! В твоих жилах не зря течет кровь эрдлингов. Ты... достоин бросать вызов судьбе и творить историю. Ступай, сейчас окраси как никогда нужный герой.
Я ждала тебя. Твое появление предсказано в книге пророчеств.
I like the sound effect when you land and it goes boom. It's very cool.
Это Тризион, граница миров, призма всего сущего.
I'm just trying out the different classes, Tony, just seeing which ones I kind of like.
Следуй за мной, на свет.
Yeah, they have a nice little preview you can go through, Tony, where you can just kind of fight monsters and bosses and try to get used to the character and how it moves. And so I'm just kind of going through that and fighting different bosses and trying out the different classes, seeing which one I like, you know. There's like 15 different classes. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Actually, there's 21. Not on release though. On release, we're gonna have
Только
these are the
одна
classes on
сила
release.
способна их остановить.
Yeah, so there's gonna be 15 classes on release, North American release. Paladin. So there's like a heal. The Paladin participating recites a prayer and then creates a wave of light energy in the selected area, which repels opponents and deals damage to them. After the Paladin surrounds himself and his allies in a radius of a shield that absorbs damage. So that absorbs damage. And we've got Hand of Heaven. The Holy Knight raises his sword above his head, summoning a bolt of lightning that inflicts damage. All units in the area of effect. In A, we have powerful beam of light erupts from Holy Knight's hand, inflicting damage. Kind of cool looking, actually. And then Sword of Justice. Holy Knight fuses the sword with light energy, makes a sharp lunge. So it looks like your attacks go where your cursor's aiming. So like if I have my cursor here, he attacked to my, where the cursor is. Now, even though I'm facing this direction, if I put my cursor over here, yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I know, it's totally a Paladin in Asgard. The armor looks totally stupid. I'm not really, I don't like the gear on this guy at all. I think it looks really bad. So you just need to put your mouse where you want to attack. Like, it doesn't matter where you are or which way you're going. You can just, wherever you put your mouse, like here. Yeah. Anyways, this would not be a class I play either. I don't really like his abilities. They're just kind of like, man, they don't really do much for me. Ooh, I don't know how I didn't attack. I must have moved the mouse. I like that ability. I like the S and the A abilities. And that one's pretty cool. S, A, W are all pretty cool. I think it's S, A. Actually, it's S, A, W. Those are my favorite ones. But they're all kind of stand in place. There's not a lot of movement to them. You definitely feel pretty rooted in place with the Paladin. You don't feel like you're really moving around much. Yeah. Then you have these. Now you have the heal abilities, right? At least I thought that's probably not a heal. Surrounded by a bright aura that increases damage of allies. So this aura that I just put up increases everybody's damage. And you can see it's draining down. So it lasts for quite a while. And then the other one here is a blue radiance envelops the Holy Knight's blade, and the radius of normal attacks and fencing skills is increased, and their damage is increased. So it's okay. I mean, I'm not super happy with his abilities, but it's not awful. Let's spawn a boss. Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed again. Yeah, he feels very he feels very strong, and I was knocking that boss down a lot, which was certainly a different feeling than what I was seeing with some of the other classes that I played. So the coolest part about this game is the sound effects and the impactfulness. And I harp on this in MMOs all the time, like regular non-isometric MMOs, that there's just no impact in combat, and the sound effects are really bad. And the best thing that can convey impact, the easiest way to convey impact is the sound effects. And this game nails the sound effects. The sound effects of this game are like, S tier. They're really, really good. This character actually feels pretty good. I would put the Paladin up there pretty high. His abilities feel pretty good. So let's do another boss real quick. This was the beam, right? Beam. Let's see. Oh, that just knocks people down. You can see that R ability knocks people on their ass. That's why it has such a long cooldown. Boom! Knocks him right on his ass every time. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The Paladin's actually pretty cool. Paladin's pretty cool. The abilities are very easy to use. They're very clear. There's no real magic. There's not a lot of combos going on here. There's no combos that I see. There's really only one charge ability, which is the D ability here, this D skill. Outside of that, your abilities are very easy to use. Yeah. You said for ground targeted skills, you can press the action key again to drop it. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. So, like, I could hit X and then X again for, like, this ability. Here, let's do another boss. Let's try that again. Oh, I missed. I missed. That looked like it missed too. Okay, that didn't. Yeah, so I'm not able to target the X skill. It just drops, so that's not. This one isn't a ground target ability. So it doesn't look like the Paladin has any ground target abilities. Oh, this one. Yeah, that one's a ground target. I think that's the only one. But yeah, Paladin's really good. I like the Paladin. So far my two. It's funny. So far my two favorite classes are the support classes. Yeah, I'm not really interested in these other classes. I can tell. I don't really like big, slow, two-hand wielding weapon type classes. I really never play those classes, so I don't think I'd be interested in those other characters. fortunately. I was actually going to be streaming Rift tonight, but then I found a video talking about Lost Ark, and it got my interest peaked, so I started watching a few other videos in Lost Ark, and I ended up just being like, let me try this game out. I know the more I play the game, the more I'll get over the whole click to move shit. The more I play and get used to it, it probably won't. I know it won't bother me as much, but still, it is something that I would much prefer a third person view. We tried the Battlemaster, and I did not like the Battlemaster. The blade actually looks pretty cool. I tried the Reaper, and I don't know, it felt weird. Let's look at the blade again. I tried the blade. I didn't try the blade yet, but I looked at it. The blade is listed as... What is it? Scrapper, Striker. I don't know what he's got it called. Yeah, I don't see... What is the blade? The blade is... I'm trying to find it. You almost said that Rift is still better. Yeah, it's an MO warp. Yeah, actually, in the guild that I was playing in 9-Bay, there's still like anywhere from 20 to 30 people logged into the guild every time I go into the game. So, well, let me try this. I want to try the blade. It is in it first? What do you mean? Infighter. Oh, it was at the bottom. Here it is. Yeah, here it is. It's Deathblade. So Deathblade blade is this one here. I was looking at Deathblade. But yeah. He's got it in the A tier. As if we haven't seen this cinematic. Cannot skip. I wish I could skip. We should just skip these cinematics. Yeah, it's in A tier, yeah.
Авеста будет стоять на страже порядка и жестоко карать отступников. Ты видела их своими глазами. Не лги себе, Дерон. Прими свою природу.
Хаос ждет. Просто доверься ему.
Ты одолела своих демонов. Дала бой потаенным страхам. И выжила.
Is Blue? Hey Blue, you're still there? Are you? Hey Blue, are you planning on playing? Who in the chat is planning on playing Lost Ark on the North American release? Like, which one of you guys are actually going to play North American release? Because I still don't know if I'm going to play it or not. I'm still up in the air on whether I'll play this game or not.
Только помни, хаос внутри никогда не дремлет.
You're gonna play, but you're in EU. Okay, I got you.
Высший порядок нарушен, и будущее миров окутал туман. Демоны, что пребывали во тьме Фитрании, пробудились. Они несут хаос и погибель. Только одна сила способна их остановить.
I don't really like how... I don't like how the game allows you to just pick 3 different classes under your... I mean, to me, I don't like this. Like, but I'm hardcore. I like MMOs to be challenging and difficult and even grindy to some degree, but I would much prefer a class change quest, like how in Lineage 2 you have to level to like 20, and then at level 20 you have the option of for taking some sort of quest that'll change your class to something else. I would have much preferred something like that in this game, where you were basically an assassin, you leveled to like maybe level 10, and you had the option to say, well, do I want to be a blade or a demonic or a reaper, or maybe level 20. I would much prefer it to be that way other than just having instant access. I think it should be earned to some degree, but that's just me. This game, right? I mean, that's what the thing with this game that always bothered me is, like, I'm like, how much of an MMO can it really be? Because it looks so much like it's just an ARPG, right? Like, is there crafting? Is there like fishing? Is there like, what parts of the MMO are in here other than just doing dungeons and raids and I guess PvP? Because the world, I mean, how big can the world really be when you're just clicking to move around? Like it can't really feel like a real big world. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Hey, I yeah, I don't know how much time I'll have for this game, but let's. I do like that her swords look kind of cool. I like that her swords pretty decent. All right, so we've got Q ability, which is just like a / W. Kind of, it looks like it's got some sort of an effect at the end of it that throws enemies into the air. And then we have the E ability, which is an inexorable extraction. Cuts through the air, creating deadly whirlwind. Okay, just flashy stuff. Common skills mark. Hold down the skill or press it. Yeah, that looks like a... Okay. Really sure what this battle trance, increased movement speed. So basically, when you fill these bars up and you trigger it, you get different benefits, buffs. Increased movement speed, increased attack power, stuff like that. So basically, just puts you into a more powerful mode. Oh, you do? So you okay? That's cool. Oh. Oh. Okay, that missed everything under the sun. So you have, it looks like you've got, so it looks like her purple skills, it's interesting that they're color-coded. Notice how the two skills she has that are kind of evasion type skills, or skills that she can execute, that puts her in a state where maybe she's not going to be able to, you know, where she's not going to get hit, or she's able to do some movement that's going to allow her to evade, are actually purple. So that's really interesting. It also lists them as PvE skills. But notice that both of these, it gives you stagger immunity, but it really looked to me like these abilities were, you know, putting her in a state where she's not as easy to hit. You know, obviously there's a very good movement ability, jumping up in the air. It's just interesting that they're purple. I wonder if that's done by design. You know, alt switch between descriptions. Oh, so you can actually hold down the alt key and it'll tell you the PvP effect of these abilities. Actually, I gotta let my cat out of the room here, guys. Cat wants out, so I'll be right back. One sec. I never played Dishonored game. I think you need to be level 10, but that's good that there is like some sort of a class change. So it just lets you do this now because you're basically just previewing him. This character's okay. But again, probably not a class I would play. We haven't tried the demonic, so let's try this one. Let's see if my thought about the purple skills being more evasion type skills is true. We got 2 purple skills. Well, that's a grab ability. That looks like it grabs something and pulls it to you. I'm going to assume that just by the gesture of his hand, it's going to knock people away. That assassin makes an upward strike. Target takes the right hand. So it looks like you could probably combo R and S together, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, well, it's not going to work on the boss. Ah! I see how you are. Okay, W skill had some movement to it. This one's kind of cool. She's got very abrupt abilities. Yeah, Asian maid for sure. Her skills feel very abrupt. There's not a lot of like, what's the word? There's not a lot of tact or a lot of you know, she's not trying to do anything graceful. It's very abrupt. Yeah, the W skill you would use a lot for evasion purposes. If you take a look here, like let's say, you know, so like right there, I would have used it if I was paying attention. Actually, it's not. I'm hitting W, but nothing's happening. There. Like, if you thought you were gonna get hit, like I just did there. It's tough, though. Damn. Yeah, I don't know. Has Son of Argo-like transformation. Yeah, that's what it... Well, the other one... Yeah, I didn't do it for this one, but the other one definitely had the 3 balls, and when you hit... When you hit Z, yeah, you transform into this. Oh, crikey. Holy shnikes. So yeah, when she's transformed, she's completely... She looks way cooler. Yeah, it's much more brutal. Again, it's the biggest thing with this game. It's I mean, why can't they make a game like this that's not isometric, that isn't click to move? I mean, that's what always gets me. You make this game third-person camera, you know, it would just be incredible. It would be so incredible. But no, isometric, and I know why they do it, because it's easier to run on computer. You know, if you had this type of game third person without the isometric camera, it would require a lot more PC power. It just really would, because there'd be more stuff in your viewing area. They would have to tone down on the animations. You know, all of these crazy particle effects that are flying around would have to be toned down. You know, but it would be so much more fun. You know. Oops. Just like tears his heart out, you know? Literally just like look like it tore his heart out. Jesus Christ. Holy crap. I just annihilated that guy. It's just like I absolutely destroyed him. Yeah, I think this is a class I would probably play. Because when you go into that mode, you are just a beast. Absolute monster of titanic proportions. So really, it's just getting good to figure out which cooldowns and rotations. Once you get all that stuff down, I mean, it's really like, it's very similar to Terra in that there's definitely going to be situational stuff you're going to be doing with this combat system. It's a good combat system. I haven't seen enough movement with it yet, but it probably really depends on the character classes you're playing. But there's going to be skills you're going to use that are moving you forward to do damage, but you're going to end up using those abilities to avoid damage. You're going to be using those to move forward, to get out of the way of of attacks. And like this character has this W skill, right? Which I could see trying to use that to quickly move a little bit, although it doesn't move you enough. That's the one thing with this character. I don't see enough really movement with her. Yeah, 30-second CD, yeah. And that's just your regular right-click ability, right? Oh, he moved. Ah. Pretty cool class. Oh, oh, I forgot about dodge. No, there's a dodge. I've never even used dodge. Is there a dodge in this game? It's a space bar, huh? Holy crap. Dude, I never even, that's the first time I didn't even know we had a dodge. I completely forgot about it. I 100% forgot about dodge. Okay, so how do we... I want to go back into the preview mode. Can I? Let's see. Yeah, you gotta be careful, because once you leave that preview mode, I'm not sure if we can get back into it. That was the first time I even used dodge when you told me about it, Blue. I was like, what? Dodge? Yeah, so that's cool. So I like that class. I think that class is pretty cool. The Paladin was cool. I really liked... Yeah. Le Douche here, he was pretty cool. Le Douche. Is there any character we really haven't tried that might be a character I would like? I mean, I think I've tried most of them. These are the other ones I haven't tried. Yeah, the horses. Oh, she just slammed her staff in the ground like Gandalf. I want to try the Sorceress again. She's a fish girl. Butterfly girl. Alright. Butterflies. Oh, somebody's got butterflies. Wavy fingers. She casts those spells and her hands just wave through the air. I don't know. It just feels like, how much fun can the combat be in this game when you're just spamming the same shit? When it's just this, you know, it's just this relentless grind of just mashing these buttons, you know? I mean, I can see where the boss fights would be fun. I definitely feel like the boss fights with this combat system would probably be pretty fun, but just the regular leveling's probably just boring. It's kind of like Black Desert, where you just run through huge groups of mobs and you're just, you know, just running through your rotations, really, you know? There's nothing exciting about it. And here's the, hey, Blue, you'll have to get the English translation patch. You can download the English translation patch and install that. You're gonna want to do that if you're running this Russian client. I keep seeing the Lost Ark logo like in people's clothing all over. They keep kind of weaving it into the game in different people's clothing.
Ты прошла множество испытаний, чтобы разбить легион иллюзий.
Whenever you play like these MMOs, like the girls always look like high school girls. It's like a high school girl who just decided to be a magic user, you know? She's walking around and what is this with her boobs here? It almost looks like these are supposed to be her nipples. It looks like a high school girl who just got out of prep school. Or maybe Harry Potter, I don't know.
Но твой свет способен рассеять ее.
I liked her helmet. That was, her headgear was pretty cool.
Я ждала тебя. Твое появление предсказано в книге пророчеств.
Love that sound effect.
Это Тризион, граница миров, призма всего сущего.
Oh, I never noticed the waterfall to the right. How did I not notice that before? That was pretty cool, actually.
Следуй за мной на свет. Высший порядок нарушен, и будущее миров окутал туман. Демоны, что пребывали во тьме,
butterfly wings for ears. Love it.
Они несут хаос и погибель. Только одна сила способна их остановить.
Very cool. Very cool. Wow, it lasts a while too. Very cool. I like her spells. Damn. see. Yeah. I like the ice storm is really cool. I haven't quite figured these abilities out. Woo! Oh, that fireball. Yeah, the recoil. Yeah, the recoil is cool. Pretty cool. I like this class. It's pretty neat. I don't know what these abilities do. What does this do? Available Archy gauge is about 30%. The gauge will start depleting. Short AoE damage on activation. Enter magic discharge state. If Archy gauge is 100% on activation, enter magic unleash state instead. But I'm switching to a different state. Where I do, what, more damage? I don't know, what do I do? It says short AoE damage on activation. Maybe when people are, I don't know, maybe when people are around me I do damage to them? I'm not really sure what that does. Let's test it on the mobs, individual mobs. Ooh, boy, I placed that one just to where I needed to go. All right, let's go. Let's walk in front of a group. Walk into a group of mobs with this Z key thingy on. They're not taking any damage. I'm not really sure what this does. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, so that just gives us like unlimited blink until we run out of arcane. Interesting. Oh no, I walked in front. Damn you, girl, move. I like this one. This character I could see you could really good at. Like you really could skill up on this one. Yeah, I like this one. This one, I could see playing this class quite a bit. This would be... So I think the classes, man... Let's see, is there other classes that we haven't tried on this one? We haven't done... We did Bard, I like Sorcerer, I like Bard. I haven't done Summoner yet. Let's try the Summoner. And then I'm going to call it a... Then I'm going to probably take a break. Oh, you can do that while moving. That's kind of interesting. Oh, okay. Weird. Yeah, it's a little more clunky, this class. It's kind of... It doesn't feel as smooth as... Mechanics are taking a little bit getting used to. Not sure what that was. Yeah, definitely not. I don't like this as much as the other one. The Sorceress, I think, is cooler. But it could be cool. I mean, and I'm assuming you get more abilities as you level up, that you get different skills. I'm assuming that these aren't the only skills you have, you know. Because I've seen, you know, we've seen gameplay. Like, if you take a look at... Let's see. If we take a look here at the Sorcerer, I think we're going to see different skills, you know, different abilities. Like, yeah, if you look at... Actually, no, it looks like here, the CR skill he has, that looks different. Like, there's a meteor that he dropped on the ground that I don't have on my bar. Yeah, you can see, like, all those abilities are different. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Devil Cry? No, it has not released yet. This is the Russian client, so I'm just playing the Russian client. I just wanted to test it out because I'd never played the game before, and I thought it'd be interesting to try out. Yeah, but it's pretty cool. Pretty cool game. I mean, I definitely think it's a fun game, and I probably would enjoy it, but I'd really have to get past all the click-to-move BS and the isometric view. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to take a break. I don't know. I mean, I might come back. I could come back and level. What do you think, Imbe? Or I could come back and just continue my... you know, I need to get back to my Rift leveling series, too. I don't know if I'm going to buy this game or not. I think I want to play this game, like, level up a little bit, just to see how much I enjoy the game, just before I decide if I want to buy the you know, the NA version. The most broken class? I don't know. Berserker, I think, is supposedly supposed to be, but I don't know. I mean, they're all pretty solid, right? I mean, if you look at the tier list, you know, according to this guy anyway, you know, I mean, it's all, you know, it's all good. Oh, I don't know. I mean, well, you do have to buy it, don't you, to play? I mean, don't you have to pay, like, let's see. Yeah, I mean, it costs... Oh, okay, I see what you say. If you don't pre-purchase it. Yeah, so you don't have to buy it, it's free to play. It has all these classes, but only this many on release. But out of these classes, the most broken one supposedly might be the Berserker. But the Gunlancer, War Dancer, Berserker. I didn't actually play the War Dancer, but they looked halfway decent. Yeah. Yeah, it's for early access. But if I was gonna play the game, Blue, if I really wanted to, because, you know, definitely you see a lot of people, like, have jumped into the stream and they're checking it out. I mean, it's a very popular game, you know, and you know, there's pretty good hype for it. So if I want to stream a game that I know people are gonna watch, this would be a good game to stream. It's pretty popular, and I think I might be able to enjoy the game, but I think I would enjoy the game mostly more in group context play, like group PvE play. And in PvP play, I think I would probably enjoy the game. But this is one of those things, though. We have a game like this that's been out for so long. It kind of sucks because people like me who've never played any version of this game, you think, oh yeah, I'm going to jump into North America server and I'm going to be on the same level as everybody else. But that's not the case. You're going to have people who've already spent years playing this game who are going to jump into the North American version. They're going to know everything they need to know on every class, you know what I mean? They're going to be experts at the game. And I'm not. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to get if I'm doing PvP, I'm probably going to get my ass handed to me, you know, over and over again. So, that's always kind of sucks when you have a game like this that's been in different regions, you know, before it comes to our region. Because then you feel like, oh, I'm going to jump in and just, you know, skill up with everybody else. But that's, you know, that's not what happens. So, yeah, I mean, they say it's an MMO, but I don't know. It's more like an action RPG. It's hard. I don't know. You know, we jump into this and then we go into, like, you know, like, yeah, PvP would probably be really brutal. Let me jump into something like Rift, you know, like I was playing. I'm probably gonna stream Rift here in a few minutes, in like maybe half an hour. What time is it? 11:20. Yeah, you go to something like that, and then you jump into something like Rift. You know, I was doing my leveling series on Rift. And Rift is going to receive an update, you know, in this quarter. We're not sure if it's really going to be an update or what. But I mean, you know, this to me is, you know, as an MMO, you know. Well, that was quite a jump. You know. You know, with a fully 3D camera, we can go in and... Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard a lot of stuff, people talk about it being pay to win, but... You know, but the one thing with Lost Ark is it's a very popular game. There's a lot of people that play this game, you know, and yeah. Like I said, I just wish they would take a game like this and, you know. Which game? You hate the traditional MMO or you hate the Lost Ark? I'm guessing you probably hate traditional MMO. Yeah. Yeah, switching from third-person to isometric is extremely painful. And then when you go into a game like Terra, because to me the combat in this, like the abilities in this feel a little bit like Terra in certain respects. Let's see if I can start up here. Let's. Trying to log out. I was trying to log out. There we go. I must have accidentally clicked something. Keep rock summer. Alright. Say we go to... I don't remember if it's this client. God, it's been so long. No, that's not it. Where did I put... Shit. Here we go. Hold on 1 second, guys. I don't know what my password... Shit. Damn it, what did I use for my password? Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. I found it. So what I was saying is that it feels like Lost Ark feels a little bit like this is a private Terra server. The thing that is, it feels to me like some of the abilities are situational, kind of like Terra. But it's not a you know, it's not a third person camera. So I mean, you have like all these abilities. Did I actually make a real password for that Terra server you did? Yeah, I did put in a real password. I mean, not like a real password, but you know. But I mean, you have a game like Terra. This is like third person, but a lot of these abilities are, I mean, they're pretty flashy, right? I mean, to me, so like when I look at Terra and I look at the combat in Terra, it's pretty flashy combat for the warrior, especially, um, and it's just so good. I mean, you got this beautiful third-person camera. You know, it moves really nice. You know, you've got your dodge, and when I look at a game like Lost Ark, I'm like, why make an? I mean, I guess it's really time to market, time to release. You know, it's probably a lot easier to develop, I guess, an isometric game. I've never really created one. I don't know. Uh, my girl there, she's kind of pouting here, like, but yeah. So I don't know. It's like, why not take a game like that with those beautiful characters that they've created, and why not put it into a third-person game like this? Because there just aren't that many games like that. There's very few. Oops. There's very few action. I just went into PvP mode. There's very few action, based combat MMOs that are good. Yeah. Well, I would play a Terra private server. The problem is this is the only one I've been able to find that's running. Cyril, this is the only one I've been able to find that's running the warrior before they added the Resolute to the game. So this is basically the Terra. Remember when Terra went free to play and they call it Terra Rising? Remember when they released Terra Rising? Terra came out in 2011. In 2013, they re-released Terra as a free-to-play game, and they called it Terra Rising. This client here is the Terra Rising client, which is actually not far off from the original client. It's very, very similar, So, but I just don't understand why you take a game like Lost Ark that has all these interesting characters and really cool systems. There seems to be a lot of cool systems in Lost Ark. And a kind of pretty beautiful world. I mean, they've got skill. The developers who made the game have got skill. I mean, they've got a good art team. Why not make a third-person game? It'd be as popular as it is as an action RPG. I think it'd be way more popular. But it's different. The combat's different. The way the action RPG is set up, you're cutting through those mobs like butter, like a knife through hot butter. It's just AOE blasting through shit, and it's a different type of game. So. But you can see he hit me just once there. And see how much damage he did to me? Because this private server, I've scaled. I got to remember I'd have to go back to the ini files, but I've scaled it so that these mobs are actually quite difficult. Like, he only hit me once, and he took off, 30%, 35% of my health. Like, watch what happens if I let this guy hit me. Oh, look at that. He hit me twice and took off, 25% of my health. So, the original version of the Terra client, right, was like that. Like, when mobs hit you, they did damage. Like, if I was fighting, one of the crabs, like the level 32 crabs, if one of those jumped up in the air and did his little, slam to the ground, and he hit me, he would take off 80% of my health. So the original version of Terra was pretty challenging, actually. It was a really good game. But anyways, this is a private. It's totally a private client that I'm running, a local server. We're using, this XMP, this control panel here is running Apache. So the database server is going to be MySQL, and the web server, or the interface for the login and everything is being handled by the Apache client. So, but you can go in, and I can't remember, it's been a while since I've done it, but you can actually go into the client engine configuration here, and one of these files, you can actually go in and you can actually modify settings to. I could modify the XP rates just by going to the config file. I can change the XP rates so that it's at 1x or 2x or 3x or 4x. I can modify the enemy's abilities, like how often they use their special abilities, stuff like that. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's cool, you know. Yeah, I'm just mad because we just don't have any really good fresh MMOs that are out there, and it's just always kind of pisses you off to see a game that's like got a lot of good stuff. I mean, they're touting it as an MMO, but when I look at it, I don't think of it as an MMO really. I think of it as more like a Diablo with friends. You know what I mean? Anyways, what do you gain in silver in the Founders Pack? It's all on Steam. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, you go to Steam, you can look at the Founders Packs, and they tell you like everything you get. You go to if you're talking about if you're talking about Lost Ark, just go to Lost Ark. You know, pick a Founders Pack that you're seeing if you're interested in like the silver one. Click package info, then after you click package info, click it again, and then scroll down, and it'll have it all right here. So yeah, yeah. The thing is, the thing that with Terra, what I really liked about Terra Cerulean is when it first came out, the enemy mob damage was really high. When they hit you, they did damage, so it was actually quite challenging. And I actually tweaked this private server such that yeah, the mobs when they hit me, they were doing damage. Go to the private client. Actually, the site was it the server? I'm trying to remember where it was. Add-on launcher. I think it was the client. That doesn't make sense though. The client really shouldn't have the settings. Game server. Here we go. Yeah, it's the config here. This is it. See, here's the original server XML. It's actually XML files. So if I go into here, I can actually modify. I can modify the experience rate. I can modify the experience when I'm in a group. This modifies the amount of money that's dropping off of mobs. This is the item drop rate. Like right now, it's set at 4, right? But the game, like the base rate, like when the game first came out, would be 1, obviously. Um, you know, so right now, like I have the XP rate set at 4 times XP, but I can easily change all these settings, fire it up, and it's going to be running 1x. There's also stuff like here, which is where is it? Down. Here's the AI the AI XML. If I go to the AI file here, now we're modifying the mobs. Like we're modifying their attack range. We're modifying how often the mobs buff themselves, how often the mobs will debuff you, how often the mobs will jump in the air, I guess. And then each certain mobs have different ultimate abilities that they don't use very often, like their biggest ability. Like when you were in one of those first dungeons, like some of those trash mobs, remember they would jump up in the air and kind of like belly flop on you. That would be considered their ultimate. So you can actually modify the rate at which they do their ultimate ability. Now the default value was set to 20. I put it to 90, hoping that this was actual percentage, but I don't really know, and I couldn't find information online to really figure out what these numbers represent. I'm assuming this is 20% of the time they may, but I tried putting it to 90, and it didn't seem to. It really didn't seem to make a big difference. I did. There is some comments in here. Right here. This here was really useful. So the mob AI task execution interval delay. So less equals faster, higher equals slower mob reactions. So the normal is probably I'm assuming this is probably in milliseconds, maybe. Maybe, I'm not sure, but I knocked it down to 40. So this alone made the mobs a lot more difficult because it made them attack more often. Like, you know, like in Terra, like a mob would attack, and sometimes it seems like it would take a long time for it to attack again. This number right here kind of changed that, made them, you know, they'd attack you, and then they would attack you a lot, you know, a lot sooner. There's also there's a lot of other different settings, but all of these settings here are the server settings, so you can tweak all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I know most of those items for here Lost Ark. Yeah, I don't even know what half this stuff is because I never played Lost Ark. But you can certainly go out there and there's tons. I mean, like, when was Lost Ark released? Like 4 years ago or something? I mean, 5 years ago? It was released. Okay, so it was released in 2019. So yeah, 3 years ago or 2 years ago. I don't know, but it's got good reviews. Nice Effective 2.5D Fantasy D multiplayer online action role playing game. What are the systems? Lost Ark is an ARPG from Korean developer Smilegate. I would like to see, like, actually, if you look at this one,
Lost Ark is keep myself awake during.
let's look at Lazy Peon's like pros and cons. Right, I guess he usually does a fairly decent job of it, right?
Giving you way more abilities than you
Skill animations are incredibly satisfying, which is true. Lots of build diversity.
can actually equip, with each ability having multiple augment options. One class can potentially give you 3 to 4 different playstyles. The sound design and UI come
Really good.
across as well polished.
Yeah, this sounds
Everything
really good.
from the level up animation, gathering pop-ups and UI layout, it's fairly clean by Korean MMO standards. Lost Ark has super difficult, mechanically intensive raid bosses for large groups at endgame, which you don't often see in top-down MMOs. The equalized 3v3 ranked PvP is a great feature and something I'm surprised the game has, as typically Korean MMOs leverage PvP content to incentivize players buying power on the cash shop, and whilst there might be other content in the game that isn't equalized, at least there's one mode safe from whales. The gathering and crafting seems to be pretty cool and relevant towards the end game. There's a lot of completionist content such as cards, map completion, titles and achievements. The player housing islands are a nice feature for casual players to chill out with at endgame. And I like that gameplay feels more dynamic in Lost Ark compared to other ARPGs. You can interact with some aspects of the environment, the camera rotates in dungeons, you can zipline, climb ladders, destroy scenery, and some bosses have interesting interactions that help keep things feeling fresh. Something that immediately annoyed me about Lost Ark were the gender-locked classes. Usually in
gender
MMOs
lock
I like
was
to go
really
with a
annoying.
traditional male wizard, but this game didn't have a male mage option. This is fairly typical in Korean MMOs though. Graphically, I don't think Lost Ark is that impressive of a game anymore.
graphically it
I remember
isn't.
back when it was first announced,
Definitely not
everyone
the
was
character.
talking about how stunning it looked.
Armor and
But
shit.
6 years later, anything made in Unreal Engine 3
Yeah, when I zoomed in on the characters, the armor and the weapons were not. I mean, it looked like Terra. I mean, keep in mind, Terra was made in Unreal Engine 3, and Lost Ark is made in Unreal Engine 3 as well. So, kind of surprising, really, if the game came out in 2019 that they weren't using Unreal Engine 4, but it must have been in development for at least a good 4 years or 5 years. So it makes sense, I guess.
3 looks outdated to me. I have the same issue with Elion, another recently released MMO made in the same engine. The character models in this engine just look kinda plastic to me, and the few areas the game does look pretty are usually heavy on the lighting and bloom effects. The level 1 to 50 questing experience is very formulaic and mindless. It takes about 15 hours to reach 50 just focusing on the MSQ, and personally I found it very challenging to keep myself awake during the leveling.
Leveling can get really boring.
Due to it being so boring. This is one of those the game begins at end game kind of MMOs where the leveling is just
I hate games like that. I hate it where it's like the game begins at end game. I can't stand that.
for story and to make you feel some kind of investment. Fundamentally, Lost Ark is a free-to-play Korean MMO, so it kinda goes without saying that there's going to be some things on the cash shop that people would consider pay to win or heavy pay for convenience. Do your own research and come to your own conclusions about the cash shop, as everyone has different levels of tolerance when it comes to this kind of thing. If you're based in Southeast Asia, South America, or some EU countries, you're shit out of luck, as the EU NA version of this game is region locked, and there may not be a publisher for your region. For this, you'll need to use a VPN or ping booster such as Exit Lag to get around this and play the game. Overall, Lost Ark is one of the few true top-down MMORPGs, not just an ARPG with multiplayer tagged on.
But it
The
is.
game has all of the content you'd expect from an MMO: dungeons, raiding, player housing, PvP arenas, mounts, transmog, guild vs guild, open world PvP, and in-game events, all tied together with what's probably the most well-animated and responsive combat system in the genre. For me personally, I don't think I could main a top-down MMO like Lost Ark
Yeah,
over
I
a
agree.
third-person MMO, as
Totally
it just
agree.
completely lacks the whole immersive open world aspect that
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what we're talking about. Each time, it ruins immersion. Like you don't feel like you're in a real 3D. Like you're not. You're not even in a 3D world. You don't feel like you're in a fantasy world when you're in this kind of top-down view. It just feels like you're playing a fucking mobile game. That's my thing. When I'm clicking around doing this, I just feel like I'm like playing a mobile game or a console game.
I enjoy from
Which I
games
don't
like New
like.
World or BDO, but
Yeah.
that's just personal preference, and based on its features alone and the fact I could play for 15 hours, get to level 50, and immediately jump into 3v3 0 pay to win PvP, has me intrigued enough that I'll be playing this game to max level when it fully releases. Is Lost Ark worth playing? Well, it's one of the few Korean MMOs to release and actually grow in population over the years post-launch. We already know what this game is, and so far it's a proven success, so based on that I'd say yes, give it a try, you might enjoy it. All MMOs are fun during launch week hype anyway, and with this one being free to play, you've got nothing to lose in trying it for yourself. But that's it for this video, guys.
Yeah, you can see Lazy, he did a pretty good job of basically saying what we already knew. If you don't like isometric, you're probably not going to like it, but it is free when it comes out, so it's not like you have to pay any money for it. But will I play this game? I don't know. I mean, I think I probably will, only because I think the Bard just looks kind of fun to me. I think I would enjoy playing the Bard class. So. Anyways, that's it, guys. I'm gonna stop the stream here. I'm gonna go get take a bathroom break, maybe get something to eat, and then I'm gonna come back and maybe play a little bit of Rift. But it's already what? It's already 11. Yeah, I'll come back and play Rift for a little bit, and I'll catch you guys then. I hope you guys are having a good Friday night. Thanks for stopping by, and click the like button, subscribe, and all that business. I hardly ever say that, but we'll just toss that out there. Yeah, I just don't know about Lost Ark. It just makes me mad. Like Cyril and you said it. That I'm just pissed off that, or actually it was Einbei who said it. I'm just mad that you have a game that could be really great if it was third person. You've got some interesting, I mean, from what I've seen in the videos I've watched, you've got some interesting diversity in builds, and you've got some really nice animations and some really nice character design concepts. But because it's isometric, you can't fully appreciate them, and you can't fully feel immersed in an MMORPG in that type of a top-down isometric view. You just can't, you don't have that same feeling of walking up to people in the world and, and waving at them and having a chat. It just doesn't feel the same. So, but yeah, I'll be back streaming some Rift in a bit, and I'll catch you guys then. Peace out.